This is your Riga Hano fashion house. So today we are going to learn how to cut a short baggy knicker and the top. So the top is going to have rope on the both side. So let's cut it together, and it's going to have elastic. So this is the fabric I'm using for the knicker. So I'm folding the fabric into two. We fold the fabric into two to cut the front of the short knicker. It's not really short, it's going to be 3/4. So if you're just coming in, please touch the like button and remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So the first thing we are going to do now is to measure the length of the short. So the length of the short is 25, but I'm going to measure 27 because of the folding allowance. So I'm placing my tape this way. I measure 27, mark it round. Okay, so the next thing we are going to measure now, we are going to measure the crotch of the short knicker. Her crotch is, we are using 11 inches. That is the length of her crotch. I will mark 11 inches here. Still mark here. So from her waist to her crotch line, from waist to crotch line, I'm using 8.5 inches. So we'll mark 8.5 inches for the crotch line, for the hip line. So the next thing we are going to measure, we have to measure the thigh. We divide the thigh into two. So the round of her thigh is 27. So we are going to divide 27 into two. Whatever we have, then I'm going to measure it down to the crotch line. So what we are having here is 13.6. So we mark 13.6 here. We are going to measure the hip, the round of her hip. The round of her hip is, we are taking it is 41. So 41 divided into 4. We divide her hip line. 41 divided into 4. We are getting, that should be 10.7. 10.2. So we mark from this place. We mark it here. Now add 1.5 inches allowance or 2 inches allowance. Hi, hello dear, thank you for joining me. Please touch the like button as you join. We'll mark 1.5 inches on the hip line. So because the waist of the short knicker is going to have elastic, we'll measure what we have on the hip line. What we have here is 12 inches. I will bring the 12 inches to the waist line because it's going to have an elastic. That was why I'm adding it this way. We rule the waistline and the hip line, we rule it together. Because the short knicker is a female short, so at this area I will come in by half inch to give it a curved life shape. So I will come in here by half inch and curve it inside on the crotch area here. Let me come on this place. We are going to step up by 1 inch. So we step up by 1 inches. You use your French curve or your freehand sketching, you curve it together. On this crotch line, you measure what we have here. What we have here is 14. So we are going to bring down that 14 inches. You bring that 14 inches here, you mark it here. So the next thing, you are going to connect it together. We'll connect from this crotch line to the down side of the short knicker. You connect the two together. So the next thing we have to do is to cut the front out. After cutting it out, we are going to place it to cut the back of the short knicker. So we have two different things in cutting the shorts. Either your trouser or your short knicker or your jumpsuit, whatever you are cutting, for that trouser aspect, on the waistline of the knicker, you step up by 1.5 inches, and I'm cutting out here first. Let me cut it and place the back of the short. So this is it. This is the crotch line. So on this type of short knicker, it doesn't have that. We don't put that here because it's going to have elastic. So I'm setting this one aside. I'll fold another fabric for the back. We are going to cut the back of the knicker. Please touch the like button and remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So I have folded the fabric for the back. I'm going to use the front of the short knicker to place on the back. So this is the front. I will place it here. I will come to the crotch line. I will exceed by 2 inches on the crotch line. So I have to mark 2 inches, 2.5 inches on the crotch line, and take it down to the downside of the trouser. So when we come to the waistline for the back, we step up by 1.5 inches. Now we'll mark 1.5 inches for the back and connect it together to the waistline on this place. So on this side of the crotch, we are going to come out by 2.5 inches. Now cut your hand out so that there will be a balance on the boot area. So the next thing I have to do is to cut it out. I'll now cut it this way, and when I come to the crotch side of the back, I have to push out my hand out so that when the person sits down, it's not going to affect affect him on her. So we'll trim off this excess. After this, we're going to cut the trouser pocket. Please, as you are joining me, touch the like button. Remember to subscribe to my channel. So I will now trim off this. After this, we are going to cut the pocket of the short knicker. Please remember to touch the like button and subscribe to my channel. So this is the front and the back of the shirt. If you look very well, this is the front crotch and this is the back crotch. So these are the two difference between the back and the front. You exceed 2.5 inches for the back, and at the waistline you come up by 1.5 inch to give ease at the back. So we are going to cut the short pocket. If today is your first time coming across my video, please remember to subscribe to my channel and also touch the like button and share. So for us to cut a trouser pocket, we are going to mark 2 inches inside and step down by 7 inches. So we'll measure 2 inches here and we'll step down by 7 inches. This is easiest way of cutting a trouser pocket. So we'll now roll the line together from the 2 inches you join into the 7 inches down. The next thing is to cut out. We'll cut out this place. I will now set it aside and get the material to cut the pocket. Please remember to touch the like button and subscribe. So the measurement needed for this is the wideness I'm using 7 and the deepness I'm using 12. So I have to measure here. I have to measure 12 inches. This is 12 inches. Then on the wideness, I'm going to measure 7 inches. Mark 7 inches right round and connect it together. I'm going to cut off this and use this one to trace the second pocket. So this is it. The length of the pocket is 12 and the wideness of the pocket is 7. So we'll go for the second pocket. I will use the first one to trace the second pocket. So I place it here and trace it out. Please join the like, touch the like button and remember to subscribe. After this, we are going to trace it out from the front of the short knicker. Make sure that the front side is facing the front side. So I place the two together. The two pockets are facing together. The next thing you have to do is, this is the side I cut for the trouser pocket. You now place it here If you check this, you will see it has given you that pocket sign here. So you keep it back and press it out. You cut it out. Please touch the like button and remember to subscribe. So I am done cutting the front trouser and the back trouser. The next thing we are going to cut is the top of the trouser, and it's going to have rope on both sides. Please, if today is your first time coming across my video, remember to subscribe. So I'm done cutting the both trouser, the front and the back. So the next thing we are going to cut is the top of the trouser. So I'm bringing in the fabric in. So I'm going to fold this fabric. I'll fold the fabric into two. Okay, after that, the next thing we are going to do is to measure the length of the top. So we're going to measure the length of the top. The length of the top is 27.5. So what I'm going to mark now, I'm going to mark 28.5, so that both the shoulder allowance and the folding allowance. The cutting of this top is kimono top. We are cutting both the hand and the body. Everything we are cutting it together. So if you are just joining me now, touch the like button and remember to subscribe. So I will draw line. We get our marginal line here and measure the length of the top. The length we are using 28 and a half. 28 and a half. We mark the 28 and a half right round and draw the line. So from her shoulder to her bust point, her shoulder to her bust point is 12. So we are going to mark 12.5 for sewing allowance, and her shoulder to her under bust we have 15. We are going to mark 15.5. Shoulder to waistline, what we have here is 17. So I'm going to mark 17.5. And her hip line is 28. That's the end side of it. So on this top again, we are going to use the hip line and the bust line. That is what we need here. So her round bust is 38. So we are going to divide 38 into 4. Whatever we have, we mark it down. We mark it down on the bust side and add extra 2 inches allowance. So we don't need the under bust nor the waistline. The next thing we need is the hip line. So her hip is 41. We are going to divide 41 into 4. 41 divided into 4. Whatever we have, we are now going to mark it at the down side of the fabric. We have 10.2. I'll mark it down here and add extra 2 inches. So what I have to do is to connect both the bust and the hip line together. So this top is going to have V-neck. For the wideness of the neck, okay, on the shoulder area, the measurement I'm using here, I'm using 15. 15 on the shoulder because it's a kimono shoulder. So I will mark 15 inches here. I will now step down by 1 inch for shoulder slope. On the neckline, we are using 3.5 inches for the shoulder. Because it's V-neck, I'm stepping down by 7 inches. The next thing, I will connect the neckline together. I will now connect it to the shoulder slope. So for the sleeve, I'm going to mark 10 inches on this place and you curve it together with the entire body. So everything comes in this way. So I'm going to trim off this and cut the back. Remember to touch the like button and subscribe to my channel. Subscription is free. It will allow you to know when I'm uploading a new video. So if you didn't join me earlier, we cut short knicker. What we called is short knicker with elastic. That is the first thing we learned. And now what I'm cutting now is the top. And the top is going to have rope on the both sides. Please remember to touch the like button and subscribe to my channel. So this is the front of the top. I'm going to cut the back of the top. So I have to fold the fabric again. The body size of the front of the top and the back, they are going to be equal. The difference here is the neckline. The deepness of the neck is not going to be same because the back is going to be round and the front is V-neck. So I'm going to cut out the back. And the front. The deepness of the neck, I'm going to use 4 because it doesn't have any zip. So I'm going to use 4 as the deepness and I connect it together. After cutting this, we are going to sew it on the machine. Okay, so I'm done cutting the both front and the back of the top. The next thing we are going to do is to join to join the trouser. So if you're just joining me, touch the like button and remember to subscribe. So we are going to go to the machine and join the short knicker. So we are going to sew the knicker. I will show you guys how to put a trouser pocket and a short knicker pocket. So we are going to join the trouser now. So we are going to sew the trouser now. So how to join a trouser or short knicker or whatever you are sewing in terms of knicker. First of all, you're going to first join the crochet line. You're going to join the crochet line before we put the pocket. So this one, the short knicker is going to have elastic. So we are going to join them together. So after this, we're now going to put the pocket. So I'm done joining the crochet. The next thing we have to do is to put the pocket. So this is the crochet of the knicker. We are going to attach the pocket. You pick one of the pockets. This is the side of the pocket. You make sure that the both sides, they are facing each other. That's front and front. After joining it, the next thing you are going to do is to top stitch it. Please touch the like button and remember to subscribe. Then we're going to open you open here and run the thread at the center of this place. Then after that, the next thing is to cut down the pocket so that it will give you that shape. So you put your hand here at this place and assist it if you don't have iron to iron it down. And carry your pocket and bend it together. Do not bring the both together. So if you check it, you see this is the pocket area. So we are going to join here and join the upside. So we'll now run it together. And we bring here again, this side, we join it. How to sew a trouser pocket. It's not difficult to sew. So this is how to sew a trouser pocket. Look at it. It's very simple and easy to make. So guys, remember to subscribe to my channel Hano Fashion House and touch the like button. Press the notification bell for you to know when I'm uploading a new video. Thank you guys. We'll continue tomorrow. Bye for now.